Hello friends, welcome back. It's time for BigDenoPlays Tamashii Chronicle of Ascend. It's not being streamed live tonight, so it'll be a much tighter episode. Hopefully I'll edit it and it'll be great. We're back for a new scenario, and this time the scenario is called Geohunt. And this little red dot down the bottom means it's a little bit more complex. So that's interesting. To compound that, we've gone for a different color class. So this class is called a trickster, and they're yellow and they have a different rule, and we also have a yellow bag, which is nice. Normally I like to stay with one class, but since I'm probably only going to play through this game once, and I think there's maybe 10 scenarios, I figure I'd try each class a couple of times, and it's a very modular game as well, so I think you can mix and match different things. And of course we have this deck over here of bodies. So these were two randomly drawn bodies. Still haven't got the new one that we unlocked, which was the engineer, and our enemy deck that we have pre-prepared. So we're going to read the little story for Geohunt, and for that we're going to get Mossy to do it for us once again. Thanks, Moss. Take it away.
Geohunt. Disappearing human servers, rumours about scanning devices popping up in nearby districts, and Ascend's increased activity. You decide to grill the Seekers for answer. Amy, your secret contact, isn't pleased when you call, but she understands the situation and gives you an overview. Ascend has recently been focused on locating underground human shelters. Advanced ground penetrating radars, GPRs, have been sighted in numerous places around the city. Fear has forced many people to leave their homes. Others didn't make it. Amy says that the Seekers are safe since they can counter the radars on the fly. Commoners, on the other hand, they seek help, sending couriers and pleas through unprotected networks, risking detection by Ascend. You must intervene to save people, earn microchips, and make contacts.
Very good, Mossy. Thank you for that. So let's have a look at the different rules. So it's a difficulty medium, time medium. We have set up this. We've got 3 sectors, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, no worries. We've done all of our cards, we've got 4 corrupted data. We're all on the sheltered tile, and we are now going to draw card E01. And let's let Mossy do that for us again.
Before the storm, E01. You make a transfer to the station closest to the commoner's hideout. It wasn't too difficult to track, so you fear that the Ascend will discover them soon too. The commoners you meet claim to be in the possession of a tool that could take out the ground-penetrating radars. According to them, this piece of code can fry device circuits. The only issue is they still need to update and tweak it. It's too outdated to work at the moment. They promise you riches and gratitude for your help, but you must wait until the code is ready.
So immediate effect, we set our time tracker to 2, and each player, which is us, just 1, may reveal 1 district tile. So let's reveal this one down here, next to the Seeker's hideout. Wicked Square. Okay, that one's a bad one because it's got a high trace. So we'll make sure Luna goes there. Cool. Oh yeah, no, we actually reveal it, so that stays face up. Okay. Flip this card. Strengthen your bodies and learn more about the area while the commoners refine their program. Okay, cool. So we just have to basically spend some time leveling up, which is cool. So we just got 2 turns to do some stuff. We can go straight to the commoner augment. So let's have a look over here. So if we go here, we can get a commoner augment. It probably also makes sense for us though to go the long way around. We really need to get a body leveled up, I think. So, all right, let's bring up our turn order. Here we go, and we'll go over here. Because we're playing a yellow character, we include an extra yellow cube for this starting stuff. So as always, we start with our trace roll. There is no trace roll, so we now refill our launcher Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, it's looking promising for this scout. 6, 7, 8. Okay. So we're on to the program step. So this scout is green, blue, yellow, yellow. The two yellows are a little bit far away for my liking, but so if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, we can immediately get the scout body. I feel like that's a worthwhile use of our first program phase. She's movement 3. And after move and trace, you can reduce trace by 1. That's amazing. If we gain a basic data token. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go exactly what I just said. So 1, 2, 3, 4 as our program step. So we go into our move and trace step. So we're going to move this way, and Luna's going to move this way. Luna finds the power plant. We can launch a basic asset pattern, and we get double value from it, and we've got a basic data. So that's amazing because of our learning protocol. So we're going to gain a basic data token, and we will take a green. And then when we gain one, we gain a multicolored one. I can't remember what these are called. What are these called, Deno? Open data. They're awesome. Excellent. So that's there. And then we also are flipping this one and gaining another basic data. So we'll take a red. Oh, an abandoned shack. We can program 3. So we're going to do that. So let's take another open data. We'll take a red. We're here in the open shack. That allows us to program 3. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3. And we can do some launching now. Since we've done our district effect launch, we do have to increase our trace by 3. 1, 2, 3, which is fine. And we will launch this, 1, 2, 3, and we'll launch this, 1, 2, 3. So we gain a power, and we have become a scout, which is really cool actually. It's more of a utility body than an out-and-out combat body. The slasher, which is the other one we've got here, is all about reds, and could be some good stuff there. So I think we want to lean into that one later in the game when we've got more powerful enemies. So yes, I think that's what we're going to do, hopefully. Okay, so if we go back to here, we've done the launch, there's no combat. So we go straight to the world activity, which means we reduce this by 1. And that's it. So we go back to here. We are going to do our trace roll, which is currently 1 dice. We roll that, so there's no enemy appearing, which is good. And so now we move on to our refill launcher. Oh, 1 yellow, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then these appear. Five, 6. Okay, it's not an ideal spread really. Refill program step. So we could take that body. So you can have multiple bodies, and then you can switch between the two, but you can only switch at the shelter, which is here. So we will be able to move relatively quickly because we're the scout, so that's not too bad. We can do that, but I think let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4 and set ourselves up for some more patterns down the track. Yep. So program step done. So we move on to the move and trace. So we'll move here for 1. That's a reroll asset. And we've found a fortified sanctuary. Nice, gain 1 chosen basic data token. Okay, and here, a power. Hidden tavern. Alright, so we've gained a power and a reroll. And we now need to decide, do we want to draw a data token, prepare it, or discard it? Or do we want to gain a chosen basic data token? We might go for the hidden tavern, so we're going to spend our battery from the Jordan bot to do that. So we're going to count as being here. So we can draw a data token from our bag and prepare it or discard it. So we've drawn a yellow, which is nice. So let's prepare it here. Now, because we've moved to a 3, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, but then we have the option to, after move and trace, you can reduce it by 1. Doesn't do anything, but might be relevant. We'll see. And we'll launch our asset pattern. So we're going to gain a reroll, 1, 2, 3, and we're also going to gain another power. So we're preparing for combat, and we have no shields and no memory. All right. So we've concluded the turn. There's once again no combat, so we are going to nip down here. And the Ascend drones arrive. So we're going to experience 1, 2, and we draw card E02.
Tilting at the windmills, E02. You located 3 radars within the district, which wasn't too hard. They were surrounded by swarms of maintenance and sentry droids. Unlucky for the commoners, Ascend wasn't wasting time. You, however, are equipped with, as the commoners call it, a cutting-edge piece of code that can fry any ground-penetrating radars in mere seconds. You wonder if they got this high-tech code from the Seekers and what they must have paid for it. You notice the commoners aren't very involved in defending their district. It must be fear. They never were much more than cowards. When you confront one of their leaders, she reacts, "You will get paid. Don't ask too many questions or we'll give our tech to someone else."
So our immediate effect is we set the time tracker to 3. So this one's done. And we then have to place 1 set of things face up randomly on each spawn district tile. So a set of those things is 1 blank, which you can't see, 1 blank, 1 pip, and 1 of those. And we place those face up randomly on each spawn district tile. So if we go back over here, you can see the district tiles are the red ones. So we'll go over here, we'll shuffle these, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, and then we turn them face up, that one, and that one. And then we will resolve spread number of players. So spread, the first player rolls the indicated number of dice, that's me. So we roll 1 dice, we roll that. For each rolled die, place 1 Ascend marker on the spawn tile matching the rolled result. So we have an Ascend marker here on the Seeker's hideout. Alright. If there are 3 or more, Ascend on... if the only possible tile is the shelter, place the Ascend marker on the scenario sheet. So if there are 3 or more Ascend on this sheet, the scenario is lost. Cool. So we'll flip that. Fend off Ascend search parties. So we have to spread every turn. If time is 0, demand better code, demand weapons. I reckon we'll take weapons, but I'm not sure. Okay. So we're on to the next turn. So that's exciting. So we are starting with a trace roll. So we'll do that now. As you can see, we have there. So we'll go over here. We have, of course, found 2 enemies, but what I think we might do is we might use a re-roll to try and remove an enemy. And we do. So we're only drawing 1 enemy. And we've found Zoe. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Zoe. All right, so Zoe is relatively straightforward for us to take care of. She has 8 health, and we get double damage for the memory that we have, and we have no memory, which is good. Let's prepare. 1, 2, 3, 4. That yellow is actually in a great spot. 5. Interesting. So yeah, the reason I say that yellow's in a great spot is this is blue-yellow. And this can be yellow-green if I want it to be. Launch an asset pattern with that in place of your core data. Our trace does go down to 0 because we found an enemy, so that's fine. Program 5. So let's go 1. So we're going to have 3 greens. 2, and we'll count that as a yellow-green, which will allow us to gain a memory. 3, 4, 5. That's fine. We just need to get memory. Oh, we've got experience to spend, so I really want to upgrade our health, but maybe we will actually spend our upgrade on a faction augment. Draw 2 class augments. Yep, we'll draw 2 class augments, I think. I feel like we need some more abilities. All right, you may re-roll. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, I'm going to take Trace Glitcher. We haven't planned that yet, but that's going to allow us to re-roll any number of our Trace dice, which is awesome. But we will have to equip it next turn. So we're not going to. Oh, we will get the gain. We will be able to gain the benefit of it because we can do that before we do the Trace roll. That's nice. Okay, so we've completed our refill launcher, our upgrades, and our program steps. So let's move on to the move and trace. So we need to stop Ascend from spreading. Resolve spread 1. So we need to send. We can't get there. So let's go that way. 1, 2 to here. We reveal an experience. That's nice. And we found the abandoned district. We can lose a health to gain 2 shields. It's only 2 trace, and that is actually an important number. A re-roll. That's for the railway hub. All right, so we are going to go here. That means we lose a permanent health, but we gain 2 shield. It's probably not a great trade-off, but our trace goes up by 2. However, after our move and trace step, we can reduce it by 1. So we're actually going to have no trace roll next turn, which is really, really powerful. So the scout once again comes up, trumps. Go scout. But we lost a health, so don't love that. Okay. So we're into... Did I miss combat last turn? No, I didn't. Combat's this turn. District effect step we've done. So we go into our launching of patterns. So we are going to launch this one for a memory. One memory. We're going to launch this one to deal damage equal to twice our amount of memories. That's going to deal 2 damage. And then we're going to do this one to gain a shield pattern. And that is that. So Zoe's taken 2 damage. And we now go on to the combat roll. So our base attack is 2. I'm going to have to look up this symbol, I think. All right, so we're definitely going to roll 2 dice. Question is, do I want to spend any power? I think I'll spend 2 power. We'll spend 1 power. We don't have any benefit in that. So 3 dice. So Zoe's going to activate. We're just going to deal 1 damage, so that takes her to 3. She's going to hit us back for 2. We will expend 2 shield. 1, 2. And then we have 2 more additional damage. 1, 2. So that is 5. So we will defeat her next turn, I think, no problems. I would have liked to have gained 2 rerolls from our scout ability, but that is okay. Completed the combat phase. We go on to the player activity. There isn't a player activity. But we do have the option to dump a data token from our launcher to discard it from our current discard tile. So we can't do that at this point in time, so that's fine. So we just go on to the world activity step. That gets reduced by 1. We do a spread again. So spread, the first player rolls the indicated number of dice. So we've rolled up the top here, which means we place an Ascend token up the top here. Excellent. This is exciting. We're trying to slow down the burn. So that's our world step, and that's it. Our time is not done. So we move on to the next round. We do not have to do a trace roll. We can spend our memory asset, which we will, to add our trace glitcher into our planning phase. That's trickster ability is awesome. Zoe's got 3 health left, so I can put a 5 on it. Because we did 2, 3, 4, 5, very good. And we have no tokens in our launcher, so these all go back in. We will swirl them around, and then we will start launching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've already upgraded. We've only got 1 experience, so we can't do anything with that. We don't have to do a trace roll. Alright, so I am going to move to the Seeker's Hideout, which is going to allow me to draw a Seeker Augment, which is nice. And I'm going to clear that off. That's just going to require dumping a data. We need to go blue, yellow, and then let's go... So our first is going to be here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's our 5 program. We move on to the move and trace. So we are going to move 1 step to here, and Luna's going to move 1 step to here. So she picks us up a shield, and she's found a data transmitter. And we are going to increase our move and trace by 3. 1, 2, 3. However, then we can reduce it by 1 once again, which is very powerful indeed. Good, so now we do our district step, and our district ability is draw a Seeker Augment from the Seeker deck. So we will draw, assuming we don't draw the same one, Auto Support Code. Core data to just program 2. Not bad. So that's district step done. So we're now going to launch a power pattern. We're also going to launch this, which is yellow and green, to gain a memory. And then yellow and blue to deal 2 damage to Zoe. And that is all of the patterns we can do. So we move on to the combat step. Attack roll. So those two, we're not going to roll any extra dice because you have to assume that we just need to roll 1 hit. Surely we can, we've got rerolls anyway, so. Yep, so we do the 1 damage we require, which means we gain an experience, and we've defeated Zoe, and we suffer no damage. So that's pretty good actually, that's a good outcome for us. So we move on to the player activity step. We are going to dump from our launcher. And the reason we can do that, I'll bring this up. So removing GPRs, you may dump 1 data from your launcher to discard an Ascend token from your current district tile, then gain, do we want to do that? Yeah, we will. And increase trace by 1. So we're going to dump this Ascend token by removing this red code, and that will gain us an experience, but unfortunately will increase our trace by 1. All right. So that's the player activity done. So we move the world activity down and we do a spread. We are going to place an Ascend token right where we are. Nice. Okay, so we're on to the next round. So it's a trace roll. We have, as you can see here, 2 trace. So remember, we can re-roll these. We just want to see 1 enemy, basically. We will not re-roll. We'll take the 1 enemy. So that reduces our trace to 0. And the 1 enemy that we get is a scanning bot. So do we want to use our auto support code to program 2? I think we will. We'll use that, spending our memory to upgrade. We can also spend 2. We really need more health here. Yep, we'll spend 2 to increase our health. That sucks. I really want another core data, actually. One of those other ones. That's fine. Launcher step. So we need to go red, yellow. 1, there we go, 2, 3, that's nice, 4, 5. These go back in. All right. Interesting. So we need a yellow followed by a red. We can't do that to deal 2, but yellow and red. Deal damage equal to the entry trace value of your current district tile. So we program 5. I think our best play here is to do this, because this is an additional asset and an experience. So to do that, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. It's our program step done. So we're going to do our move and trace. So Luna's going to move to This is a risk. We'll go 1-2. We're going to go to here. We pick up a reroll asset, and it's a damaged district. That's so good. We're going to use a battery to count as being on Luna's square, which means we move our trace up by 2, 1, 2, and then it drops back down by 1. We get a further program, which we're not going to use, and that will do. So the launch, we're going to launch this pattern, which is going to generate us an experience, and we also gain 1, 2, and we've got another one from that. So there, and we have concluded this in our learning protocol, and we're going to gain another shield asset, which is pretty good. Attack roll. So yeah, we haven't done any of these codes, but we're setting up for next turn. So we're just going to gain 2 dice. He's only doing 2 damage to us, so we've got some shield, and we do have some power. So let's use a power. Okay, so it's 1 doing 2 damage to us. So I'm just going to do that now. So we're going to spend our 2 shield. It does no damage to us. We've then got either 2 damage or 2 rerolls. We'll take 2 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. So there's 3 health remaining. And we can reroll. No, we're fine. We're fine with that. So yep, 3 health remaining, and we should be able to do that with this pattern here before anything goes on next turn. So world activity step, player activity step first. So we are going to dump this blue from our launcher to gain a trace, boo, but also to remove that ascend marker from our current tile. That gains us an experience, and that is that. And then this world activity goes down here. We resolve a spread, so we're placing an ascend marker right where we are once again. And that's it. We destroyed many radars, but your actions attracted ascend. You need better tools. Choose one. Demand better code or demand better weapons. I think we'll go for better weapons.
Armed E04. Using the program increased your traced exposure, drawing increasingly more Ascend drones to the area. To make up for your increased visibility, the commoners supplied you with better equipment. Not exactly what you're expecting, but extra mobility is also welcome. Slowly but surely, you destroy the radars. If you keep up this tempo, you will win the battle with maintenance droids and patrols. But will sheer force and a flawed code be enough? Too bad the Seekers aren't interested in helping and continue to focus on their own defences.
All right, we're armed to the teeth, or are we? So let's have a look here, shall we? We set our time to 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we move each thing to the next spawn district tile clockwise. I'm perplexed by that. What do you mean? Okay, so I think all it means is this is going here, this is going here, and this is going here. And I think the reason that they're doing that is this is an increased likelihood of rolled. So it's probably just to spread the thing out instead. We gain Commodore Augment EF1, which is this one, a zipline drone. That's pretty cool. Don't know how useful it is, but yeah. And then our goal is to hold the line. When we launch an enemy pattern, hack pattern, we increase trace by 1. Cool. So we go on to the next turn. We have 1 for trace, unfortunately. So we will be tracing. We do not find an enemy. That is a nice treat for us. So I think we're going to move to the Wicked Square, which could be a risk. Let's do this first, as we have to. So we're going to upgrade to experience. Did I already spend that to experience? I may have already spent that. We need one more experience to get another one. Yep. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, and these all go back in. I have not got memory or shield ticking along really. Oh, that one's excellent. All right. Let's think very carefully here. So we want to use core data red. We've already got that here, core data red. So if we go 1, 2, 3, we can now launch that, core data red. We can launch that for a power, and we can launch that for a memory, and that's probably not too bad. So the others will just go here to get that green off, just in case. Yep. We could go for the slasher body, but maybe not yet. Not yet. All right, that's our program step. That's our upgrade step. So let's go over to the move and trace. So we're going to move to the wicked square, and that's going to reveal a basic data. I don't think I've got 3 greens, have I? I do have 3 greens. We'll go for a blue. The wicked square, and then we're going to go here to this one. It's another basic data, and this location is the server farm. All right, that one we can do something with, I think. So the basic asset will take a red. No, we'll take a yellow. I accidentally put a blue into my bag instead of my dump. So those two go there. So we're now going to spend a battery for the Jordan bot to count as being on Jordan's square for the move and trace step. So we're going to increase it. Actually, there's no value in doing that. So we're going to move the wicked square up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go down by 1. So we don't need to do that. We'll spend the battery to count as being there for the server farm. So we're going to spend a reroll to gain a shield. And then we're going to use our patterns. So we're going to launch a basic memory pattern. We're going to launch a yellow red, which is going to deal 2 damage, and then on a explosion thing, not that, we deal additional 1. So scanning bot's just got how much damage have I done to it? Did it have? It's only got 7 health. No, I did 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's 5, 6. So we've got 1 more to do, so that's fine. And then we will launch a red pattern, 1, 2, 3 to there. Yellow, green doesn't help us. So that's fine. Red. We're done, we go into combat. Just need to roll a single hit. We do roll a single hit, and we can also spend that to gain 2 rerolls, so we'll do that. That gains us an experience. The scanning bot is defeated. 2 enemies down, and things are looking okay so far. So we are going to spend another battery on the Jordan bot to count as being on the server farm. And we're going to dump this yellow data from our launcher to remove that marker. That gains us another experience, and we increase our trace by 1, which again doesn't do anything. And that is the end of the turn. We do our world activity step, we count down. And we're going to resolve spread. Where are we spreading to? Down here. So just the 2 ascend markers for the moment. Luna's going to have to sort of stuff out. She's only got 1 battery left. We really need that battery back. And that's it. So we're going to the next round. We can spend some experience. We do have a launch roll first, so let's do that. A trace roll, I should say. 2 dice. We're happy enough to take the 1 enemy. Trace roll goes all the way down, and we have drawn 1 enemy, and it is a charger. Fine. It's interesting. It's interesting. Okay, let's draw some little cubies out. 1, 2, 4, 5. Plenty of greens there. Plenty of greens. So these will all go back in, and we've got to spend our experience. I really want another health, but I've been managing quite well so far. So let's actually flip this one off. Spending 2 experience. 1, 2, 3. So we need to charge our Lunabot. All right, program step 1. That gets us a Luna charge because it's core and a blue. 2, that gets us a shield asset, which is great. That does nothing. 3, 4, 5. So that's pretty okay. Our yellow does let us zip line, or no, we can program 2. Interesting. Move and trace. So we're going to move to the Seeker's hideout here, and Luna's just going to move to the Commoner's hideout. And that is our move and trace step. So we will increase our trace by 1, 2, 3, but then we'll reduce it by 1 thanks to our scout. And we'll draw a Seeker augment from the Seeker deck. Deal 3 damage, a support bot. Oh my god, that is unreal. I'm glad I didn't spend my memory now. So let's launch our patterns. So we're going to launch this one for a shield and 1 shield. We'll launch this one, which is a blue and yellow, to get a battery bot for Jordan back. So that's those 2. And then we unfortunately don't have any other patterns we can launch, so that's okay. And that's it. Really need a memory. Let's go into combat. So we're going to spend some combat this time. 1, 2. Because we're going to get a combat 1. So we've got 4 dice plus our 2 dice for the charger. Let's just move this slasher out of the way so we can put the charger here. 0. The charger doesn't activate. How good is that? We can re-roll that basically for free because we've got so many re-rolls right now. Great. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage to the charger, and it doesn't activate on us at all. Great. Come on, Deno. Player activity step. On the Seeker district which we find ourselves, we will gain a trace to gain an experience and clear that ascend. And then in the world activity, this is going down. 1 more turn, Deno. Hold on. Hold the line. Okay. So that's down here. So we're going to go this way towards the hidden tavern with that. So yeah, when you do a spread, you have to expand out from the current location. So yeah, we're going to try and spread this way so we can catch it because we've got movement 3 with our scout 1, 2, 3. So that's what we want to do at the hidden tavern. Good. World step is on. So we're holding the line so far. Excellent. Next round, trace roll step. We have 1 trace roll. Remember, we can re-roll this anytime if we want. Do we re-roll it? Yeah, we might as well re-roll it if we can get no enemy for 1 more turn. Come on. Come on. This is awesome. We're spending 2 experience. We're going to unlock another one of these, I think. Yeah, we're managing our health well. This has felt very different to the last one. We were just getting belted in combat last time, and here we're just controlling the amount of enemies we've got. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, come on. 6, 7, 8. All right. Wow, we have got some options to think about now. So we don't need a yellow pattern. So we're just going to use that red pattern to do 3 damage to the charger. And then we just need to do 1 hit to kill it. So we definitely want to, that's just going to use that for that. So if we go 1, move to here, blue across to here, 2, 3, 4, we've got a yellow, a blue and a red. And we're launching that. That's fine. I don't want to spend my memory to launch this zipline droid because I want our support bot in play. Little support bot. Come on, support bot. That's awesome. So are we going to be able to set up for the support bot? Yeah, that's fine. So we move on to the move and trace step. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 down here to the hidden tavern. And Luna's going to go 1, 2 to the railway hub. And that's fine. Actually, no, we'll go to the abandoned shack. We're not going to spend a lunar bot, so we are going to suffer 3 trace. 1, 2, 3, but then we're going to reduce that by 1 down here. And we now get to draw 1 data token from our data bag. Our data bag is empty, so we pull these out. And we get to draw a green. So we'll just put the green here. Here, actually. Launch. Reroll 1. Memory 1. This, which is a hack pattern, when we do, yeah, we increase the trace by 1. That sucks, actually. Yeah, what can you do? That deals 3 damage, so the charger's got 1 health left, and we have no other patterns we can launch. We can actually use that to program 2 if we use our auto support code. Yeah, why not? 1. That's fine. That seems okay. Attack roll step. We're not going to roll any extra dice. We just need 1 damage. There's our 1 damage. So we defeat the charger. We gain an experience. The charger goes down. Player activity. We will spend our dump our data token from there. Be the red. And that removes that. We gain an experience, which takes us to 2. Our trace goes up to that, which is suboptimal. But we then reduce that and we resolve a spread. So it's in the 0, which is good. I'm glad I moved Luna up there. On the server farm, ascends drones. Okay, so do we want to, now we have a choice. Let's have a look at this choice. Code is still leaving too much trace in the net, and Ascend dispatches more and more drones to the area. Choose one. Warn the commoners that their code is flawed and they must escape, or it seems you can win. Attack Ascend supply lines. Let's attack Ascend supply lines. Draw card E7.
Hope, E07. Your tenacity boosts the commoners' morale, and some of them, to your surprise, leave their hideout to prepare an ambush. The scouts report a weak spot in Ascend's assembly lines. They take orders from several transmitters, and there are no backup stations. If you take them out, the machines will shut down without any supervision. Of course, the transmitters are heavily protected, but you can spare your current bodies if it would help you win the battle.
Okay, so we're setting our trace to 0, which is nice. We're drawing 2 enemies, and then we're removing these 2 Ascend markers from the map. So let's draw our 2 enemies. We draw a Pulverizer, see level 2, yep, and an Oracle. Okay. Flip this card. We increase trace by 1 if we launch one of those patterns. On the Commoner's Hideout tile, instead of drawing a Commoner's Ornament, we gain 2 power. Let's get to the Commoner's Hideout. On a district tile with that, oh my god, if there's... That's awesome. Okay, so we've got to get power now. This is unreal. How good is this? Okay, so these pulverizers are going to be quite punishing, but we've got Luna to help us out. So the one we want to go for first, is the Seeker's Hideout, because that is the highest probability. So we want to remove that one first. We need to spend 3 power though. We've only got 2, but we can go to the Commoner's Hideout. Instead of drawing a Commoner's Ornament, we gain 2 power. So that's absolutely what we're doing. Okay. So we've got 2 experience to spend. So we're spending our 2 experience before we do anything else. We don't have a trace roll. I really want to up my health here. Oh, no, we'll do this. Really want to up my health. And we have the 2 memories, so we're going to bring our support bot into play. Support bot! Bzz, bzz, bzz. That is unreal. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. These all go back in. This little scout's been pretty awesome, actually. That move and trace reduction is unreal. 4, 5, 6. We need power. Okay, if we look very carefully at these codes, so we need yellow, any data, followed by core data. And that will deal 3 damage, and we can deal additional damage, and we can re-roll that potentially to do that. So that seems like the right option. Yellow, anything, core data. Our robot, we also need a yellow, then an anything, and then a blue. So let's go robot support bot is in play. Yellow, anything, blue. And that was 2 moves. This one, yellow, anything, yellow. We'll go 1, 2. So that's yellow, anything, yellow. And I'll move that green to there, I guess. That's fine. We don't have a yellow core data to do our auto support code. So that's it. So we move on to the move and trace step. So here, we're going to move 1, 2, 3 to the Commoner's Hideout, and Luna's going to move 2 to the Seeker's Hideout. We increase our trace by 2 because of the up by 3, then down by 1. So we're here, and then we will launch 2 power, 1, 2. We're going to launch our support bot, which is this one. That deals 3 damage to our pulverizer. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to launch yellow, red, yellow to deal 3 damage. and roll a d6. And if we roll a big explosion, we get an additional 3. Nope, so we'll spend a re-roll to try and hit that. No, so we don't get an extra 3. So we're just at 6. Sweet. Combat step. And I'll move these cards up here now that I'm not doing my code. So 6 damage down, so we're rolling 2 of those. We've got 2 and nothing else because we need to spend all of our power. 0 activates. Come on. Okay, so we can gain 2 rerolls now. We'll do 1, 2, 3 damage to that pulverizer. He is on 9 of 11, which means we should be able to take him out next turn, which is amazing. Go, little support bot. Oh, we also got to prepare 1. Support bot. We'll put that there. That support bot is unreal. Okay, so that's done. We are going to player activity. So do we have any player activity? Yes, we do. We're spending, oh, actually, no, we couldn't do it. We're spending a Jordan bot battery from our Jordan bot to count as being on the Seeker's hideout. And we are going to use the district tile, spend 3 power to discard 1 from there, and then suffer 1 damage and gain 3 experience. 1, 2, 3, that is awesome. So we've removed this one from the game, so that is not going to be any more enemies spawning. To do that, however, we have to increase our trace. Sorry, that was from launching the pulverizer's code. This is awesome. This is actually, so I was just on the fence about this game. I looked at it a number of times and I thought, I don't know if I'm enjoying this little fucking Candy Crush thing that's happening here or whatever it is, but it is unreal. It's actually like a really engaging decision space, which I didn't expect. We have no time tracker here, so we just have to resolve spread, and we're going to roll this dice and hope we roll a hit. That's beautiful, Deno, because there is no ascend to place on that. Let's just make sure I've done that correctly. So spread, for each rolled die, place it on a spawn tile with a thing matching the rolled result. Get out of here. Next round. We have a trace roll coming up. This is an important roll. It's only 1 dice though. So we can re-roll that. We might as well re-roll. There's no downside to us re-rolling that. Okay, so we're drawing an enemy, which means our trace roll is reducing. It's another level 3. It's a Hellraiser. All right, so now I'm starting to feel like Slasher might be time to come in. So that's our trace roll done. So we've got 3 experience to spend. I reckon we drop this and then we'll do our draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These will go back in. 6. All right, so we just want to do yellow, anything yellow to kill him. And then we can use our support bot as well, and that's blue, anything yellow. All right, so here's our first program. Program 1, get us a shield. Program 2, program 3, so that's core data, anything blue, perfect. We need another core data, don't we? Yes. Because we really need a Jordan bot battery. Actually, I think we'll be okay to not go a Jordan bot battery at this point. Maybe we change core data. That could be interesting. We won't change core data for now. This will go to here. So that's yellow, anything. So that was 2. So we've got 1 more left. We'll just move that to there. Yep. Okay. So that's the program step. Move and trace. We're going to move. We're going to move to the shelter, which means we increase our trace by 1, and then we increase it by 0. And Luna's going to go 1, 2 to there. So we're not going to be able to stop the ascend this turn. At launch, we can change our core data. I don't think we're going to. We're going to shield. We're going to launch the 3 damage, which is going to kill the pulverizer. So that gains us an experience for killing the pulverizer. Come on, Deno. And then we're also going to deal our little support bot, which is going to deal 3 damage, and that's going to allow us to prepare 1. So we're going to do that. Dump any number of core data to deal 2 for each core data dumped. So we're preparing 1 from our bot. That's a yellow. That's actually pretty awesome because we can get a battery back on Jordan bot. Let's do that. We'll program that to get a battery back on the Jordan bot. Okay. That's it. Combat, and this is an important role now. So we've got 2. We don't have any power. We've got 4 shield though, so we really want to see minimal hits here. No, again. Come on. So we're going to deal 3 damage, and it's going to hit us none. Get in, spinner. 6. So the oracle's on 6 of 13, and we have no trace roll next turn. Okay. Player activity. We do have to increase our trace by 1 because we launched. No, we didn't launch any of those patterns. On a district tile with that. No, we're not going to do that. So world activity. We're resolving a spread. No, we're going to spend a reroll to try and reroll that. Come on, no spread. Great reroll decisions, Deno. Next round. 2 XP to spend, and I'm actually going to go for one of those data. Our health's just been trucking nicely, but only because those guys haven't actually hit us. 3, 4. We have no trace roll, which is just incredible. That support bot is the best. All right. We need to launch a red pattern here. Absolutely critical that we launch a red. All right. We're going to be able to launch a red, which is good. Okay, our core data is yellow, so we just need an anything followed by a green to then dump our core data to attack him. So I'm going to bring the oracle down here. So we need to launch a red so that we can get our requisite 3 power. So Luna is going to move to here. We're going to move to the commoner's hideout, which is then going to allow us to go up to 3 power. That's going to take care of that. We're a really solid chance here. We're a really solid chance. Okay, so our first move is here. Our second move is here. And our third move is here. So we have the red to launch. Our fourth move, we need a green followed by an anything for this oracle. Green followed, anything followed by green, yep, so anything green. And that allows us to dump all of these yellows to deal 2 damage for each yellow dump. So that's 8 damage. 8 and 6 is 14, so that just kills the oracle outright, which is awesome. Can we also launch a support bot? No. So we'll just do this, and we'll do this, and we'll prepare for the support bot. This is unreal. Cool. So that's our program step. So move and trace. We move to the commoner's hideout, and Luna moves 2 to the railway hub. We do need to get Luna a battery, I think. So our trace goes up by 1, 2, 3, but then goes down by 1 thanks to our scout. We will then generate 1, 2 power using the district ability, and then we will remove that to generate our 3rd power. We will expend this, which is green, anything green, to dump all of that, which will defeat the oracle and gain us an experience because we defeated him. Oh, core data yellow, amazing. We might change our core data now. We can do that pretty easily, actually. All right, that's it. We don't have any other things to do, so we're just going to move on to combat, which is going to be that. And these 2, this Hellraiser's going to do some damage, but we've got a big shield in play. Oh my god, we've done it again! That is awesome. 1, 2, 3 to the Hellraiser. Oh, we are home here. We spend a battery using the district tile, and we're going to spend 3 power to count as being on the railway hub, which means we remove that from the board. We gain 3 XP, but we do lose a health. I've had this shield here, like I've had protection, I just haven't needed to use it. Okay, so that's it. We do have to increase our trace by 1 because of that. So that's the end of the round. So we do a world activity, so we do a spread. No spread. Okay, so there's only 1 battery left on Jordan Bot, but that's fine because I think we're going to use it to get the commoner's hideout power, and then I think we win. Come on. All right. So next round, we've got a trace roll of 1. We can re-roll that thanks to our trace glitcher. No enemies. Okay. So we're definitely spending 1 of these for health, and then we're going to spend the other one for an open data. So health goes up. Health goes up. Man, this scout has been awesome. I actually can't believe how good the scout's been. I was like, for sure I'm going for the slasher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These all go back in. 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's awesome. So, what I think we're going to do is I think we're going to move to the shelter, which is going to reduce our, and we're going to change our body. Then we're going to move Luna to the commoner's hideout. We're going to use our last battery power to gain 2 power. Actually, can we do it this turn? I think we can do it this turn, Deno. Spend that, gain a power. Can we do it this turn? I think we can. All right, let's look at this. So if we move that, we've got the 3 power, and then we use Luna's ability to be on the commoner's hideout, which will discard her, but we can move to the server farm. And I think we can do it. So, because I was going to try and change my core data so that I could use this Hellraiser. I was going to change it to green so I could go green, yellow, and that will deal 5 damage. But I just think he can't kill us because we just got to use our 4 shield. Did I do a trace roll? I didn't do a trace roll. Or did I do a trace roll? And I didn't. I did. Okay, so I'm going for it this turn. Okay, so we're going to take this one here, which is our red power that we need. We've actually got another way we can do it. We can spend a memory at the server farm. This has been epic. So we can... So we'll go that, 2, 3. Take the shield 4. And there's a support bot, 5. Unreal. Unreal. Okay, so move and trace. So we're going to move to the server farm. Luna's going to move to the commoner's hideout. We are going to gain 2 trace. 1, 2. We are going to potentially... No, we're not going to do that, I don't think. So spend 1 asset to gain an asset. So we're going to spend a memory to gain a shield. We actually don't need to do that. We'll spend a memory to gain a power. We gain a shield when we launch this pattern. We gain a memory when we launch this pattern. We gain a power when we launch this pattern. And then we're also going to gain yellow, anything blue, deal 3 damage to the Hellraiser, and we can prepare 1. And at this point, we might as well use this to deal 5 damage to the Hellraiser in total to prepare that. That does increase our trace by 1. Oh, actually, I need to spend my Lunabot to count as being there, which means Lunabot goes away. We actually gain just 1 power then. We don't do that, so we've still got a memory. Nearly forgot my plan there. Luna was here, so we're using her ability to gain the 2 power. So we go into the combat phase, and the Hellraiser's getting absolutely pillaged. We're just going to roll our normal dice. We can spend a reroll to reroll that. We will. So we've done 2 damage, which takes him to 10 of 14. But oh dear, Hellraiser, I think you might be in trouble, my friend. Because now, he hits us back for 4, but we will expend our 4 shield to suffer no damage. And that is the end of the combat. We will use 3 power to discard that. We suffer 1 damage and we gain 3 experience. 1, 2, 3. In the world activity, there are none of those cards, things left on the map. So we draw card E10. If this is victory, I'm going to lose the plot. That was awesome. Is it victory? Battle is over.
E10. The ground penetrating radars are down and there isn't a machine to repair them. Of course, this is a temporary solution. Ascend will eventually resume production. It never stops. But for now, the commoners are safe and can use the time to plan their next move. Maybe they will evacuate to a more secure place or strengthen their defences. That's not your concern though. You came here to get paid and earn reputation in the city. When you ask an older woman, with half her face hidden beneath a crude sight-improving implant, why they were so determined to protect their current lodging, she mysteriously replies, "To save humanity." When you try to learn more, she leaves without a word. Victory!
We've got some unlocked components to look at. All right, we have EF1 faction augment card. That might have actually just been the zipline one, was it? Yeah, it was a zipline. So I don't really care about that one. District tile number 21. That's cool though. What is number 21 that we've unlocked? It is a watchtower. Dump one of those to resolve it. Ooh, that's powerful. That is powerful. Dump a open data to resolve a chosen hack effect on the top enemy. Cool. Victory! Yeah, well that's a fun little mission. That's a really fun mission. I understand the complexity, but yeah, that was a really fun mission. The scout was absolutely unbelievable. And it wasn't actually, I didn't think she would be that good, but this ability, you reduce trace by 1, is just like crazy. And then getting the trace glitcher, allowing us to reroll. I mean, we just weren't contending with as many enemies as we were in the last mission. We nearly lost the last mission because we just had so many enemies hitting us for damage. But yeah, we were able to just minimize. We're just dealing with one at a time. You know, we were able to get the hack patterns with our extra program. That was unreal. I'm a huge fan of that. Great game. We're definitely going to continue playing this. So that's Geohunt concluded. And there is a little thing for you to mark your campaign progress. The Ascend scenario may only be played if there is at least one checkbox next to each other scenario. So we're going to make our way through, I guess, these all little ones, and then we'll just do it in order. And that'll be fun. And yeah, great little game. I'll catch you all in the next episode of BigDenoPlays Tamashii. BigDeno out.